What is going on, everybody? It's Ryan with Tundra4x4.club, and today we're going to go over nannies and your traction control. Let's get into that right now. If this is your first time here, I'd like to say thank you for stopping by. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Go ahead, don't forget, hit subscribe down below, hit that red bell icon so you know every single time we post a video. So we're out here in the Superstition Mountains, and it has been a muddy weekend after some heavy rain. And with that comes a conversation of traction control. Many times when I'm out here off-roading with you off-roaders, some of you may or may not know this information. As you know, the Tundra itself is behind on technology. That is something that we're hoping they're going to change in 2021. But there are a few manual controls you can do with your nannies and traction control. It's actually 3 stages to give you maximum performance for different situations when you're off-road. Let's get inside the truck. We'll take a look at that right now. All right, so let's just jump right into it. When you're inside your truck, there's a couple different options that you're gonna wanna do. There's a button here, I'll show you what it looks like. This is your traction control. How you use it, there's 3 stages. So let's go through these one at a time. A couple of these you can do on the fly. However, there are some that you have to do while at a complete stop. So let's get into that, and then we'll kind of talk about when you're gonna be using these throughout your off-roading experience. So right here, on the fly at any time, you can hit this button and it will turn on your auto LSD. All right, so you'll see this little indicator, it says auto LSD, it's in red. So you know that your limited slip differential, your electronic limited slip differential, that's a horse of a different color on what it actually does. But you can see that, this is activated, did it on the fly, not a big deal. So with this option, you have your auto LSD on, and your traction control, your nanny, if you will, is on. So pretty much that's what you get to do on the fly, all right? So if you wanted your auto LSD on and your traction control off, and it's just a stage of your nanny, you're gonna go ahead and come to a complete stop. You're going to press and hold for approximately 3 seconds. At that point, you'll see these 2 icons. It's gonna be your auto LSD, which is in red, and then your traction control is off, all right? A lot of people think that that's pretty much it. Your nannies are all off and that's what you got. However, that is not the case. There is still a 3rd option, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure you're at a complete stop again. And so right now you should have this auto LSD on, traction control off, but you're gonna press and hold for 3 more seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. When you do that, you're gonna see something that says traction control off. It's actually gonna display traction control off and a little icon for the traction control. You have now completely shut off your nannies. You are in 100% control of your truck. So when you see videos of people going sideways and kind of sliding around corners, the only way that you're gonna be able to get that done is with the traction control completely off. I will tell you, there are certain circumstances where you're gonna wanna use all 3 of these different modes. I would say 90% of the time that I am off-roading, I am on traction control off, okay? So this is all done right now in 2-wheel drive, just so you know. So in 4-wheel drive, let's say that you've been in 2-wheel, you've got your traction control completely off. You're sliding around corners, you're having a good time, but now you come to some soft sand or maybe some mud, and of course you're going down the road and you just want to turn your little dial, click it into 4-wheel drive on the fly. Because your traction control was already off to begin with, your traction control now is completely off, you're in 4-wheel drive. Now, if you were to stop the truck and restart it, okay, everything just kind of goes back to square one. You have to go through these steps every single time you start your truck. All right, so you start your truck, all you have right now is your 4-wheel drive, let's just call it 4-high, is on. However, your nannies are on. So let's say you start charging up a hill and you notice, things start to bog down. We've all been there. And you just feel like the power is gone. It basically retards the tires and is trying to catch up different wheels at different settings. It's all done through the computer. But now that you have this, keep in mind you're in 4-wheel drive, but we want that traction control to be completely off so we can have a little bit more fun. you need to press and hold for 3 seconds until that traction control light comes on that says that it's off, and the traction control off indicator is on the display. So now you're back to four-wheel drive, traction control, all your nannies are off, and that's in the four-wheel drive mode. So I would say that 95% of off-roading is typically done in two-wheel drive, believe it or not, until you get into either some softer sand, some mud, or some rock climbing and things like that. But I will tell you, Tundra 452 and I went to Sedona. He pretty much did the entire Broken Arrow Trail in two-wheel drive. We were doing it just to see if he could make it all the way through in two-wheel drive, and he did. So how he did that was he used the Auto LSD as kind of a guide for him to help him through. So he stayed in two-wheel drive, he had his Auto LSD on, and that was it. Now, for me out in the desert, or maybe you're in the snow, and you want to have a good time, you want to be in full control of your truck and turn off those nannies, you want to go to that full third level traction control completely off. That is the only way that you're going to have full control of this vehicle, and the computer is not going to be messing with the tire rotation and the retarding of power, because it's frustrating. But I see it every single year. Every year that I come out off-roading, I run into multiple people that I see maybe are struggling on a hill, and I'll just strike up a conversation with them, and I'll find out, hey, they don't know how to turn off their nannies all the way. So once you have that, it kind of changes the ball game a little bit. Hopefully this helps somebody out there. But in order to conquer a large hill like this one here, we had to be completely, four-wheel drive, obviously, but our traction control needed to be completely off. If you tried it without turning your traction control completely off, what would happen is I would get about halfway up that hill, and the computer system would retard the tires, retard the power to the truck, and it was just a frustrating experience. So as you're adding your upgrades on your truck and you're trying to see what they're actually doing performance-wise, remember to turn off your traction control. Remember to turn your nannies off all the way. For a complete list of all the upgrades I've done on this truck, you can check out the links in the description down below. Check the fitment and pricing. Let me know down in the comments if this video helped you out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, we will catch you on the back roads.